Another fascinating day of Test cricket comes to an end there, and we are probably going to have tomorrow as the last day of this beautiful series. But what a day of Test cricket! India piling on the runs against England and fighting it out there with Yashasvi Jaiswal scoring another brilliant 100. He ends the series with a 100. He began the series the same fashion. Ravindra Jadeja getting 500 plus runs. Washington Sundar also amongst the runs there with a quick fire 50 with the tail. And the surprise package I thought today was Akash Deep with a brilliant 66 in a 100 plus stand with the Jaiswal at the top. Welcome back to Bonnieland Podcast with Dylan Pink and Sheldon Deherty. Everybody, before going ahead, requesting our viewers, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section what you thought about the game. Let's begin. Sheldon, did you expect Akash Deep to get that quick fire 60 plus? What was England's game plan? I thought because they bowled pretty okay in that first few hours, Sheldon, but after that, I thought they came back well. But Jadeja and Washington Sundar once again with the tail, I thought got them to a good total. But your thoughts on the game today?
Yeah, Dil, I don't think I'm that surprised with the way Jaiswal or Sundar or Jadeja played, but I think everyone was very surprised with the way Akash Deep played. No one saw that coming, right? I don't think England saw that coming. I'm sure when they did the planning and the preparation for today, they were thinking, okay, we're going to get the Akash Deep out early and then we can get into it and, get into Gill, get into Jurel, get into that middle order and, try to get wickets fast. But then Akash came and he batted like a proper number four, right, Dil?
Yeah.
We've seen Crawley, we've seen Tendulkar, we've seen Gill, and now Akash at four joining the legends, right, Dil, with a 50 at number four. It really was a shocker, Dil, and he batted really well. Some of the shots he played, Dil, also the temperament he showed. He saw off the good balls on a tricky pitch as well. So yeah, very impressed and very surprised with the way he batted. But yeah, it was very surprising, but a very good knock from Akash.
Yeah, but let's go to Yashasvi Jaiswal. I thought he played a brilliant knock. And Jaiswal is, a world-class talent, and we've said this time and again, and he's got a brilliant record there. Dipped in form a bit in the series, but I thought he came back really strong in Manchester. He scored that 50, and even here now, getting that brilliant 100.
Yeah, and he's so destructive also. We were discussing yesterday, right? If he bats an hour or if he bats 2 hours, he could take the game away. And he really did that. And he batted, such maturity as well. He has a very good defensive game also for someone who's so attacking.
Yeah.
He's got that great mixture. He's got so much time on his hands. And he loves playing against England as well, Dil. He really scores a lot of runs, a lot of hundreds against them. And yeah, again, he kicked on and made a very good knock and a very important knock as well because India really needed someone to kick on and make that big 100 because 50s and all are good, but that took it from maybe a 300 to a 350 plus score, which might just turn out to be the difference in the end. Absolutely top knock from Jaiswal.
Yeah, brilliant knock there by Jaiswal. But how about Shubman Gill? What a series he's had, Sheldon. And we'll discuss more probably tomorrow when the game's done in a recap of the entire series. But what a series he's had, Sheldon. Led from the front. A lot of questions, been asked about him and the captaincy being handed over to him. But I thought he's responded well. 750 plus runs in the series. I think you can't ask for anything more than the captain putting his hand up and leading from the front.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. He's had a superb series, and I think I saw a stat where his average has gone from 36 to 41 over just one series. His test average, which just shows how brilliant he's been. He's led the side well. Also, people, you know, seem to forget that this is his first series as test captain. Also,
Yeah.
did so much pressure in away series, and his batting's done the talking. Dil. So many runs, 700 runs in a series away as your first-time captain. Absolutely brilliant. Dil. You can't ask for more. And yeah, in this game, he probably didn't get as many as he could have. But yeah, he's made, his fair share of runs this season, and he's been an absolute joy to watch.
Yeah, brilliant by Gills. And let's get to Jadeja now. I thought for a number six batsman to come out there and score 500 runs plus in the series is, first of all, it's not easy getting 300 plus runs, but
Yeah.
to get 500 plus runs there and in amongst the wickets, bowling in every game, every innings there, he's putting his body on the line, and he's played all five test matches also, Sheldon. Let's keep in mind that time and again he's put his hand up for the team whenever the team's down and out. And once again, he had a good game in Manchester, him and Washington Sundar, and both these guys once again showed today why they're so important for this team.
Yeah, then just Jadeja. His batting's been brilliant in this series. we know how good a bowler and a fielder he's always been, Dil, but his batting in this series has been top notch. It's as good as I've ever seen him bat, especially away from home. I thought the way he played the seamers, the way he's played the spinners, he's shown a lot of game awareness as well. The way he's batted and the way he's batted with the tail at times also has been brilliant. And yeah, another 50 plus score, Dil. He's scored one in almost every game on this tour, Dil. So he's been superb. And yeah, one of India's most reliable batters on this tour, Dil.
And Washington Sundar, a word on him also. A brilliant game, like I said, in Manchester, getting that 100. And once again, that quick fire 50 with the tail. He took on the bowling towards the end and probably pushed them, which was what was looking below 350. Sheldon, he got them to a really good score there in the end. And I thought he played very well also, with the tail there.
Yeah, and those runs are so key. You never know. Tomorrow India will be so happy to have that extra runs when they're bowling. And the way he batted the tail, some attacking shots as well. You saw him bring out his T20 shots towards the end when he was batting with the tail. And yeah, it really did help. A very good 50 also, 50 with a strike rate above 100 also. He brought out all those skills. Yeah, it was a very good knock for Sundar. Different kind of knock than he's had to play in the series where he's had to be more traditional in other games, and maybe block a bit more. But yeah, today he could attack more and he did really well.
I thought India, I think the batting has done really well. To finish off the series on a nice note, now they can't question the batting, what it's done and how they've played and with what they could have done differently in this match. But I think they've done really well to get to that total. And let's come to England now. The bowling, I thought, was a bit of a worry when Atkinson and Josh Tong were, a little bit wayward at the start. But once they hit the line and lengths, they started getting that odd ball to move around, picked up a few wickets. And Josh Tong now, highest wicket taker for England with 19 wickets in just 3 games. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, who expected that, right? And, I think, yes, people criticize the bowling today and maybe say they conceded a lot, but they created about 16 chances till in this innings. I mean, six were put down, and as we said yesterday, catches win matches. And if England don't win this game, I think that also will be a crucial part because you can't give so many chances. Jaiswal as well, you can't, early on in his innings, a drop catch, that costed them 100 plus runs. So yeah, it's easy in hindsight to say, but yeah, I thought the bowlers, also they were down to three seamers, so they actually, I
Yeah,
thought, put in a good shift today.
very
I
good. Yeah,
thought
I thought they did
understanding,
good.
yeah, yeah, not much experience there as well. None of them have played, those many test matches, so I thought they did a fair good job. I thought Atkinson was a good addition in this game. I thought
Yeah.
first innings especially brilliant. Today it looked a bit easier to bat, and I thought they still fought. And Townsville, I mean, at times he looks brilliant. At times he looks all over the place. I thought on the first day he got it wayward at the start, and then suddenly he produced magic towards the end of the day, and he just seemed like that. This game has been like he's been all over the place at times, and when he hits his mark though, he seems a pretty decent bowler. So yeah, maybe just consistency is what he has to aim for. But yeah, 19 wickets in 3 games, not bad at all, Bill.
Yeah, brilliant for him. I thought he bowled really well. 5 wickets in the innings, so really well done to Josh Tong. But let's come to Zach Crawley and Ben Duckett. Another quick partnership for them. Got off the blocks pretty quick. They're giving that start and really very good by both of them, Michelle. And say what you want about it. I know people will have their own concerns and their own opinions, but I feel Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley have done their part for England in this series. They've got them off consistently to good starts and put the bowlers under pressure, didn't allow them to stick to a proper line and length, and that's been a really important thing for India, right? But Zach Crawley will be kicking himself today, Sheldon, with that. He did all the hard work, but in the end, to get out to the penultimate ball of the day, he'd probably go back and thinking, I wish I could have put that ball away, come back tomorrow, and with a fresh mind, fresh start, and get England off the blocks again.
Yeah, and I think that's such a key wicket as well because you saw what they did yesterday, Crawley and Duckett, when they batted for a period of time. So quickly they get runs still when they bat together. Even at Old Trafford in that first innings, you saw when they were batting together, so quickly 150 they got to. And yeah, they're just so dangerous when they're playing like that. And I think today they were not as aggressive as they were yesterday, in fact. I thought today they were actually more watchful. Like, okay, the first 3 overs probably they over attacked and they
Yeah.
went at it. But after they kind of played a very mellow old school type, just seeing the ball, playing it on its
Normalcy,
back.
Sheldon. It's called
Yeah,
it's called normal
yeah,
cricket.
yeah. It was pretty normal, and they looked to see it off towards the end of the day. And yeah, that I thought that was excellent from Siraj as well, Dil, because he set the field for the bouncer, and expecting it something in a good or
Yeah,
short length, but he just puts in that Yorker. And obviously, people are saying, Yorkers, everyone should bowl more, but it's very hard to nail a Yorker like that, Dil. Like it could easily be off the mark and Crawley puts him away
yeah.
for four. But also you need to hit the mark like the way Siraj did, which was absolutely brilliant. And I think that's a big, big wicket deal for India because those two, if they were still there in the morning, if Crawley's still there and they get off to a partnership like they did at Headingley, like that puts India under massive pressure. But now they have Pope who will come in tomorrow, who's usually a shaky starter. India will feel we get one and then Joe Root's in early and we're well on top then.
Yeah, India will probably be happy at the end of the day, having
Yeah.
got the runs and finally that wicket towards the end, they'll be the
Yeah.
more happier side there. But where do England see themselves now? 373, it would have been, of course, a lot lesser had they taken those chances, Sheldon. They created so many chances there, the bowlers, and you got to feel for them because it's been a very long tour and a long series. But what's the plan for England tomorrow? Do they go out all attacking? Do they see off the first few hours, probably the first session, then take the game probably and go from there? Because it's still anyone's game. Let's be honest. Now we are in this era of Test cricket where anything can happen. We've seen it even on the first day of this Test match when you thought that England were on top, India suddenly come back and they are into the game. But where do England see themselves now? Because 373 is, if they chase this down, it's probably be the highest successful chase I think at this venue, Sheldon.
Well, you mentioned it'll be the highest chase at the Oval. It'll also be England's second highest run chase, which is one run more than they chased in the first game of this series as well. But yeah, it would be insane if they could pull this off. I think India definite favorite still. I think the pitch is also doing a bit more than it did in the first game, where it did
Yeah,
flatten out fully. I think there is something in it still for the bowlers. We saw even when India came out to bowl, there was the odd ball which was bouncing, and there is a bit of uneven bounce. But who knows still? I'm sure England will think, we're going to go for it either way. We, because I think that's the only way to approach it. You can't think
yeah.
that you can't do it. They got to go for it and they got to try. And India will believe we're going to get 9 chances, 8 chances. Maybe if Vokes doesn't bat, they only need 8 chances. So yeah, it's going to be insane. Are we going to go down to the last wicket? Imagine Vokes having to come out Dil, with the cast on, with about 10,
At
15 runs to win.
this point, I won't
It
be
may
surprised.
happen. Yeah.
I won't be surprised if that's going to happen because this series has given us
Yeah.
everything, Sheldon. It's thrown us everything possible. People getting double hundreds, people getting brilliant fifties, and there's been some fights that's been going on the field, off the field,
Yeah.
between the games. There's been a lot of stuff happening, and it's just been heated up, to this moment. And we can have something spectacular tomorrow for sure. A little sad that it's not going into the fifth day, but I'll take, end of day four. I'll probably take it, that this game is going down. But what's the plan for India now? I think Siraj will hold the key for India like he's always done. And he's had a brilliant series, Shalan. I know he's gone for a lot of runs, but he's had a brilliant series.
Yeah, Dylan, he hasn't needed to be rested in any game as well, right? He's played all 5 games.
Hey,
Yeah,
I see.
he's
I see what you're doing there, bro. I
he's
see what
why
you're doing
why
there.
Dylan? I mean, I thought he should only play 3 games to be honest. But no, I'm just messing.
Hey,
He's
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 not got an injury, bro.
yeah, but no, sir. To be honest, though, Siraj has been brilliant. Dil. I mean, what a warrior he is as well. Dil. People can question, oh, is he too aggressive? Is he that? He's a brilliant character. Dil. He's exactly what every team needs. Someone who never gives up. Someone who's in the face of the batters. I mean, he's not
Yeah,
gonna go there and say, oh, how's your day? Do you want a cup of tea? No, no, no. He's gonna come in and say, I want to take your wicket. I'm gonna knock your head off. That's how Siraj is. He's a wholehearted cricketer. And yeah, he's been pick of the bowlers for India. He's been one of the best bowlers in this series still. And it's also, in a way, quite brilliant that he's leading the attack in this game, because often he's in the shadow of Bumrah. Dil. And to be
yeah,
honest, who isn't, right? I mean,
yeah,
Bumrah is world class. But Siraj is also very, very good. Dil. People often forget that. And he often gets those big wickets as well. And yeah, I think if he could lead India to win this game, it'll be, monumental. Dil. So yeah, I mean, Siraj is key for sure, but also the other bowlers are key. Dil. Krishna as well, who bowled very well in the first innings, he has to
yeah,
back that up again. Akash Deep as well has to back that up because Siraj can't do it on his own and take 8 wickets, right? He needs
yeah.
others to back him up. And I think that'll be key tomorrow. For India, India will be thinking early wickets. You can't let a partnership build because if one partnership builds, then confidence will build, and then England will feel they end the game. So yeah, for India, it's key at the start itself, take few early wickets and kill the game off.
Yeah, and who's going to be the key for England very quickly before we wrap this up?
I think their number four, Dill, he's pretty handy with the bat. I think he's going to be key. But no, I actually will go with someone different. I think Ollie Pope's going to be very key. I think he's at his home ground. He's captain. He's had a
Oh
tough
yeah,
few days. Ollie Pope.
yeah,
I think some things he hasn't been able to control. Obviously, losing your experienced bowler on day one and then having to manage three inexperienced bowlers without a frontline spinner. It is pretty harsh on the guy.
it's
Six
tough.
drop
Yeah,
catches, which he can't
it's so
control.
it's somehow Ollie Pope gets himself into his stuff
Yeah,
all.
yeah, but tomorrow he only has one thing to do, and that's to bat. That's his main, his main objective in the team to make runs. And tomorrow's a key day. He has to play a crucial knock for England if they are to win. Because Root, obviously, Root's Root. You'd back him to do it, but you do need others to step up. And I think tomorrow's where Pope and Duckett are probably as important as Root because they need to get England that start, which builds confidence for the rest of the lineup. So I think, yeah, those two I would go with as the key for England. Though.
Absolutely there. And very quickly, your man of the series from India and England. Who do you think it's going to be?
For England, I'll go Ben Stokes. I think it's Ben Stokes for England. I think
Same.
he's been,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think it's tougher for India. I think I'd go two names for India. I'd go. Actually, there are a couple of other names also. Gill, obviously, Gill is one for sure. I think I would go with Gill actually.
yeah,
Gill is probably my pick. The other one
yeah,
I was thinking Siraj. I think Siraj has also been
yeah.
absolutely brilliant
He's
for them
also done
throughout the
really well.
series.
I think he's done
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah. Anyhow, your final question: can England chase this down? 374 on this wicket with 8 wickets left.
Oh, Dill, I think it's going to be very tough. I think if they do it, that'll be quite something, Dill. But I do think India are favorites. I think also with the way India bowled and the character they've shown, I don't think India would let them chase this, but we've seen crazier things. I think
Yeah.
India are favorites though. That's for sure going into the last day. And they would back themselves to win. So yeah, I think India are favorites going into the last day, and I think they will win.
Okay, that sums it up, guys, for today's episode on Boundary Podcast. Join us tomorrow for probably what's going to be the final day of this brilliant series, which is also known as the Anderson-Tendulkar Trophy, where we've had some brilliant days and which is leading up till tomorrow. England need 374 to win. They are currently batting on 50 for one there, and another 324 runs to go for them. And join us as we bring you that review tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned to Bondyland Podcast for more updates, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. The handle's down in the description, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.